Well, hi everyone. I'm Sherry, and this is brought to you by Live Well Naturally. And today we're going to talk about essential oils. What a concept, right? We've spent so many weeks talking about all of doTERRA's products, or a lot of them, that are really stand out to me. The vitamins, the powdered supplements, the toiletries, hair care, skin care, all these different products. And it dawned on me that I haven't spent time talking just about essential oils, which is how this company started back in 2008. So today we're going to dive in. I figured out what their top 10 oils are, and I'm going to tell you why. So let's get started. All right, everybody. Thanks for diving in with me. I'm Sherry. This is the Espresso Chat brought to you by Live Well Naturally. Thanks for joining me while I share my passion. I love essential oils. I love doTERRA. I love living our best life, and that includes feeling well. If you want a little glimpse into myself, this is me. I love being on and around the water. I realize I recorded all of July today in the RV, and I think you can't tell that I changed my clothes 4 times because they all just kind of have like a little summer strap. So I have a wardrobe in here. I changed my clothes. I even wadded up my hair to make it look different. But anyways, here I am. I really enjoy these moments. I love my life and I really soak it up. And what how that correlates to doTERRA is ever since I started using their products in 2018, which also means reducing toxins in my life, I feel even better than my already healthy baseline, which makes all these moments sweeter. I feel more present, more vitality, and I want to share that with you so you can have the same benefits. So, why essential oils? And especially today, we're talking specifically about essential oils and not just products that they're in. They're made from plants, derived from the seeds, the roots, the bark, the petals, and they have zero side effects. They're concentrated, so a few drops go a long ways. You aren't going to build up a tolerance to them. So if you find something that works, you're going to be able to rinse and repeat and keep using it. Safe for children and pets. I just took a whole 3 day seminar last weekend about essential oils with pets. I'll be sure to work that into a future class. And they're safe for children. Yeah, I've already said that. They're diverse. They can help a multitude of needs. So in our RV, we go traveling. We don't need to bring like so much stuff because there's, recipes will have the same core amount of oils in them. And so we can cover a lot of bases with a little bit. And why doTERRA? I am passionate about doTERRA, and it's because I have literally toured their corporate offices in Salt Lake City. I've been to their conventions, I've been to their leadership convention, and I know that they literally do test their products through 54 rounds of tests. 11 of them are done with a third party. They produce the results of these tests on a website called sourcetoyou.com. And they're also just heart and soul. They created a philanthropic leg called Healing Hands. They give back to the communities, both domestically and abroad, to make the world a better place. So, whether you're their customer or you're farming frankincense in Africa or birch in Pennsylvania, we love making you feel well and enjoying your life. Okay, so let's dive in because I really want to make sure to get this under 15 minutes. We have a lot to talk about. These are our top 10 oils, left to right: frankincense, on guard, wild orange, lemon, tea tree, breathe, digestin, peppermint, lavender, and serenity. I arranged them in a rainbow fashion, which is how I have them in my home in a like a shelf for the wall, as I have it go from like frankincense on down to serenity. I do that because visually it's very pleasing. I think it looks beautiful, but also too, I know kind of what color these different oils are. So if I'm looking for serenity, I go straight to the bottom for purple. If I'm looking for frankincense, I know to start at the top where the orange of the rainbow begins. So here we go. Wild orange, it made the list due to its energizing aroma, multiple health benefits. It's high in the natural chemical constituent limonene, and so it possesses a stimulating and purifying quality. It's ideal for supporting healthy inflammatory response when it's used internally, and it can also be great in a household daily household surface cleaner. It will energize your atmosphere, and it's also just a great oil to add to any diffusing blend because it just has like a deep note to it, and it just has a real full-bodied roundness to it, and so it pairs so lovely with woodsy ones or florals or whatever you want to pair it. Next, we're going on to lemon. It's not only familiar and fresh, but it offers a lot of benefits and applications. I'm going to paraphrase here. A lot of people are familiar with lemon. It's a really great cleaner. I love using it to get adhesive off. We just replaced our stove halfway through our road trip because it had cracked. And it's a big glass induction stove and it came with a huge sticker on it. And I peeled it off and it left all that goo and stickiness and kind of the back part of the sticker on it still. And so we just used the lemon and rubbed, and it came perfectly clean. You couldn't even tell there was a sticker on it. So many great things you can use it for. It too has a significant limonene content, really great antioxidant. If you're going to put it in your water, please only use a glass or metal container, such as a water bottle. Don't put it in plastic because it will break down the plastic. Next is peppermint. A lot of people, not a lot of people, but I've had a few people say to me, like, oh, I don't really enjoy the aroma of peppermint. That's fair, and definitely stay true to yourself, but don't neglect having this oil in your repertoire. It's a powerhouse from nature. It's high in menthol content. It has a very distinct, invigorating aroma. But if you're not wanting that, it's also a fantastic ant spray. The ants don't like it. We love using it in our camper because we have a dog in the camper. We don't want to hurt the dog. So we can make an ant spray with peppermint and know that the ants aren't going to come around and the dog's going to be safe. It's also really great for digestive discomfort. So if you are in a pickle, you could rub a little on your belly, put a little bit under your tongue, and it will make you feel better. It's also a great culinary chameleon because it works with both sweet and savory dishes. I enjoy putting it in like brownie mixes, cocoa, things like that. So you can enjoy all of these oils aromatically, topically, and internally. Aromatically works for any oil, especially if it's doTERRA, because we know it's not going to have pesticides. Topically, most oils can be enjoyed directly onto your skin unless they're what we call hot oils. And that's usually, think about herbs, basil, oregano, rosemary, thyme, cloves, cinnamon, things that kind of have like a spice to them. They will be hot on your skin, and you need to use a carrier oil such as fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, whatever works for you. And also, the fun fact about that is even if it's an oil like, you know, wild orange or vanilla, something very smooth, it by using a carrier oil, it slows down the evaporation. And by slowing down the evaporation, you're increasing the benefits of it. So that's kind of a fun fact, and so a good reason to go ahead and use the carrier oil. Lastly is internally. Now, this is really important. When you have a bottle of doTERRA essential oil and you look at the label and you just roll the bottle back a little bit, you're going to see supplement facts. And if it lists the supplement facts, no different than what you see on like a box of crackers or a box of cereal, something like that, then it's telling you that it's safe to take internally. Now, not everybody likes to take essential oils internally. That's your call. But if you are open to it, only do it if it says supplement facts. Really important fact. All right, so let's move on. Now, the first batch of oils were all about uplifting, and then these oils fall in the category of being very calming. Lavender and Serenity are both really wonderful when you're wanting to unwind. Serenity is basically a proprietary blend from doTERRA that has lavender in it. So the first box is lavender. It's a must-have. It's been cherished for centuries, has a myriad of benefits, also really great in perfumes. I personally like to make like a linen spray, and I'll use lavender, water. If I'm feeling like I'm a little worried about leaving the sheets a little bit damp, you can also add a little bit of witch hazel, and that will make it dry quicker. But I love slipping into bed and it smells like lavender. It's so relaxing. So it's also really good for your skin. If you've been out in the sun, it's going to cool your skin. I just learned this weekend it's also really great for dogs if they've had any kind of a burn, maybe walked on pavement that was a little hot, or some kind of an accident, if they've had any kind of burn for humans or our fur babies. Lavender is a really soothing oil. So wonderful to use for a lot of applications. Serenity has lavender, which we've already talked about, cedarwood, coriander, vetiver, lang ylang, marjoram, Roman chamomile, and sandalwood. It also has the tonka bean and the vanilla absolute. So you can put 1 or 2 drops in your hands and then just take 3 slow, deep inhales. You can diffuse it next to your bed, and you can also pair it up with the Serenity stick that has valerian, which is a really powerful natural melatonin. It's not going to have any side effects, but it does have a natural version of melatonin. And also, you can use it, these two things, with the soft gels if you really want to layer up your product to get a good night's sleep. So, when you inhale essential oils, it triggers your brain and your nervous system. The scent molecules enter your nose and are picked up by receptors that send signals to your brain through your olfactory nerve. This can trigger a release of chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, which can improve your mood and can make you feel calm and serene. So it can also calm the amygdala, part of your brain that controls fear and other emotions. So it's not only just for bedtime. If you're like riding down the road and you're not a very, you know, relaxed passenger, or you just got some news that kind of fired you up and you just want to get back into that um, restful place, it's not only for bedtime. So really great for calming your anxious feelings. All right. And then frankincense and On Guard. These are two powerhouse oils. Frankincense is the king of oils, comes from the Boswellia trees. They've been celebrated for centuries. And, we love frankincense so much, we call it our boy Frank. It's a multitude of applications. If I had to pick one oil, which would be so hard for me to do, Frank would possibly be my go-to. I also really love Breathe because of my asthma, but it's high in apinine. I'm really bad at pronouncing words, so apologies. And so it's going to provide relaxing, soothing effects. It's really good for inflammation. I take it internally under my tongue once a day to help keep my joints, limber and loose and not feeling stiff and achy. And you can also put a drop on your tongue, on your thumb, and then put it to the roof of your mouth for 20 seconds if you have headaches. I don't get headaches often, but I got one recently and I did that, and it was the trick. Moving on to On Guard, it has wild orange clove, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. It's really good for any kind of seasonal threats. If you feel like you're starting to get a little itchy, gargle with it, a little shot glass with a couple drops of On Guard. Get it into your throat. We also have the On Guard soft gels. On Guard, we've incorporated into our toothpaste, our mouthwash. Like On Guard is your first line of defense. And it works. It works fast. It only takes 20 seconds for the oil to reach your brain, 2 minutes for it to be found in your bloodstream, and 20 minutes for it to be found deep down into every cell of your body. So they're not just like, oh, they smell good and make me feel good. Lastly, kind of our all around oils, tea tree, breathe, and digestion. Tea tree is all about cleaning. If you think, whether you want to put it in your shampoo to kind of get a good cleansing shampoo, it's really good on nail fungus. It's been used for, a long time, has 90 different compounds and limitless applications. I'm kind of going quick. I know you can take pictures of things, you can call, reach out to me, but I want to cover it all. I knew this was going to be an ambitious class because there's so many great oils. Breathe and I are never breaking up. I love Breathe. It's kept me out of the hospital for 5 years. It has laurel leaf, peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, lemon, cardamom, ravinstara, and ravinsara. And it's just a really powerful respiratory support oil. I diffuse it every night. They also have a Breathe stick, which is kind of like the modern day Vicks. It doesn't have the chemicals. I rub it on my throat and my chest. I have my husband rub it on my back. And they also have the Breathe Hard lozenges, and I use those when I feel like I'm getting a little catch, because I just kind of have a sensitive respiratory and a sensitive throat area. I just get like funny easy. So easily. So that's that for that. Digestin is so great for anything stomach related. It comes in an oil, comes also in like chewable tablets, capsules, really powerful oil, really great. I have a friend in our team, she puts Digestin in her belly button and it takes away her stomach aches. So you can use it with a carrier oil again, because then it won't evaporate so fast. And just remember, since they aren't synthetic, it's not like Western medicine where you take one for every 12 or 24 hours. You're going to want to reapply, reuse every 2 to 4 hours or 2 to 3 times a day, if that's easier for you to remember. All right, deeper dive really quickly. I think we're going slightly over epigenetics. It's really a powerful uh, part of this. It supports improved sleep. This is specifically about how it helps with our sleep with the Serenity products, but it works for all of it. You know, that whole olfactory system affecting the limpid part of our brain will literally rewire how we're created, like how what makes us tick, you know, like what I don't even know how to describe it quickly because now I feel like I'm out of time, but it will change your future, change your life. Epigenetics, look it up, it's a thing. On Guard, there's so many, there's like petri dishes of bacteria, 4 different ones, and treated with 4 different things, one of them being On Guard, and it worked better than any of the other ones. Super powerful cleaner. Okay, let me let Brittany know I'm wrapping up. Okay. Um, and then typical day of enjoying my oils. Please screenshot this because I'm out of time. But in the morning, On Guard on your toothbrush, Frank under your tongue, tea tree in your shampoo, put your Breathe in your diffuser for that night, lemon in a glass or metal container. You can rub wild orange and peppermint together for a natural energy boost. Digestion Zen on your belly for any stomach aches. Lavender to chill out. Serenity to go to sleep. I'm sorry to be rushing, but I really try to stay in these 15 minutes. Please replace with natural plant-based products from doTERRA as you run out of stuff. And Wellness Wednesdays, take a minute, screenshot this. I'm on live every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then I do 2 more live events on Zoom and 2 more in-person events in San Diego every month, always on a Wednesday. And here's how you can get a hold of me. So hopefully this helps you. And I'm sorry to be a little distracted and a little rushing, but I love teaching you about wellness and oils. And so please reach out to me with any questions. I do free health consults and I'd be happy to tell you more. All right, until next time, thanks so much. See you later. Bye bye.